Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of CLX Foundry Live. We're going to go deep inside of PC today, but it's not for a customer. It's going to be potentially for one of you amazing viewers. So today we've got a brand new giveaway build, and it's going to be performed by none other than our lead technical expert, Paul Steffens, and today's master builder, it's Zach Killingsworth. Gentlemen, what is this gorgeous box? It's incredible.
This right here is our Celestial Flora print. So this is the case that we're going to be using for this build today.
That is awesome. I love it. We've got a lot of fun things that are going into this build. If you'd like to know more, type exclamation GiveFlora. That's F-L-O-R-A. Okay. Look at that. We got a sub over there on the kick side. Thank you so much. Now, we are going to be doing a few things differently, by the way, because we have jumped off of the SERP website. We're now going to be with Gleam, Gleam.io, which is super fun. Love their system. So we've got a little bit of a different way that we're going to be handling codes. I know everybody's like, codes! But we're going to be doing codes a little bit differently. So different codes have different values. They're available for everyone, but they're limited to the number of entries that you get. So you want to pay attention to them and use the prefix that is given, because the prefix will change based on the number of entries that code is worth. So to find out more about those codes and where you can catch them, you can find them on our social media. That is YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads at CLX Gaming. You can find them here on Kick on Tuesdays at kick.com/CLX Gaming. Here on Twitch on Thursdays, like today, twitch.tv/CLXGamingTV, and of course in our Discord, discord.gg/CLXGaming. You can also find them on my channels, on my streams. So we've got a lot of fun. It's going to be great. Gentlemen, what are we stuffing in this box?
All right, so inside of this build, we've got, for our processor, we've got the Intel Core i5 14600KF. To cool that, we've got a CLX Quench 360 AIO. For our motherboard, I believe it's a first for the show, we've got an ASRock Z790PG Riptide. For our memory, we've got 2 sticks of XPG Lancer Blade 16 gig DDR5 6000 speed in black. It does have RGB on those heat spreaders as well. And for our storage, we've got a 1 terabyte NVMe drive from ADATA. It's a 700 gold. You've seen it on the show before. We've used this drive quite a bit. For our video card, we've got an RTX 4060 from MSI. This is the NV edition, so it has a green heat spreader on it. Looks really cool. A limited run of these video cards. Really like that. I think we did one of those on the show before. For our fans, we've got 8 of our Fantex Halo RGB fans that the RGB Halo goes on top of. And then for our power supply, we've got the Game DS 750 watt Kratos M1 Bronze. This is a non-modular power supply with RGB.
All right. So we do know there's a couple little hiccups going on with stream. So it is we're working on that. Do not worry. We'll get them taken care of. God, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, we're going to show off these panels a little bit more. There's a whole bunch of stuff over here.
Oh, wow. Wow. Look at that. That's gorgeous.
My favorite part's on the roof. There's a bumblebee and a butterfly on the roof.
Yeah, I know that bumblebee with like the celestial wings is really cool.
Super sick.
We'll show you guys this on a little closer shot here in a bit. But yeah, this thing looks great.
Was this another Nicole and Kyle combo?
From what I believe, yes.
GG. I love it. I love it. So yeah, nice. Oh, that was all, Nicole's like that was all Kyle. Well, honestly, it's fantastic. Look at the back.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Wow. Oh, I dig it. This is gonna look so good. It's gonna look so good. I know. He said Bumblebee, and my first thought was Transformers, but that's just me. Okay. So, one of the cool things about this case, obviously I love pointing it out, is the thing that Zach's pulling off right now, and that is the built-in anti-sag bracket. Yeah. Comes to the case, Fantex has been really cool about implementing new and different ways of supporting various different hardware natively within the cases, so that you don't have to really worry about adding third-party stuff. So, great stuff. Yes, we have color codes now. Color codes.
Cool.
Yeah, all Nicole's +1 codes.
Check this out. Oh yeah.
Ooh, what's
I was
that,
excited
Paul?
to get this out of the box. We got the Beacon Mix Create and the mic. Love this right
That's
here.
coming with this?
Absolutely.
What?
This is great. You can set these to all these different programs you got and adjust the volume individually. Love this right here. You guys have seen it before.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about that. By the way, we've got a February NIKL FEB-NIKL. That's nickel if you're illiterate.
Love it.
That is our first. I don't know how much that's worth, but there we go. Find Nicole over here on the purple side, giving stuff, making it great. Now, let's talk a little bit about what this board is and what it's going to be doing. Now, for starters, the ASRock 790 PG Riptide is actually a pretty advanced board, and it's the first time that we've used this board on here, which is great. So there's a couple really key features that I do want to point out once you get the stickers off that are very, very interesting. Eventually.
I had it, and then it went away.
Some of them plastics are, you get them off really easy one day and then the same board the next day. They just struggle.
Okay.
Did Nicole give another +1? That's hilarious. All right. So let's take a look at that IO shield real quick, just because this is the really fun part about this. Now, you're going to notice there's some things that are a little bit different colored, right? So at the very top, you've obviously got your display port and your HDMI as per usual. Down below, we've got 2 USB 2 ports. And then below there, we're going to have 4 USB 3.2 Gen 1s, okay? And then we have 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports, and those are 10 gigabit Lightning ports. 10. So those are basically similar to a USB-C. Now the USB-C is a 3.2 Gen 1 Type C, and then of course you've got your LAN port and your HD audio jacks down below there. So 2.5 gig LAN on that. Really incredible, but it's the Lightning ports that are USB-A, Type A. That's amazing. Those are incredible. So that's the first that I've seen on a board like this, which is great. And this is by ASRock. It's got a whole bunch of fun in it. And we're going to be stuffing we're going to be stuffing something on the back because reasons, and we've got to be able to get it cooled down. So that is going to be for our cooling option, which is going to be a CLX Quench 360 closed liquid cooler. It is an AIO, which means it's all in one. Paul, what's the other kind of liquid cooling you can do?
So you can go with an open loop, which is all those custom bent tubes, usually with a reservoir and a pump separate inside of the system. And you get to pick really awesome colors of fluid. Your system just looks great going with that option, but it is quite a bit more labor intensive to do that.
Yeah. My other thought was troll in the dungeon. Yes, that's hilarious. My voice is slowly coming back. Eventually. Now, one thing we do want to point out is something that we also have not done yet on the show, and that's the first. So we're going to be going with an i5 14600 KF processor. Now, Paul, this is the first. We haven't really used a whole lot of i5s, and i5s have always been incredible gaming CPUs. So walk me through, what are some of the features of this CPU?
Yes, this is a 14-core, 20-thread processor. You've got 6 performance cores that have hyper-threading, and then you've got 8 efficiency cores on top of that. It's got a base speed of 3.5, and it'll boost up to 5.3. Really solid gaming processor right here.
Look at that, nicely done. We've already got our thermal paste on there. We're gonna lock that little guy down, which is fun. Reserface asks, any specific reason why you guys decided to use Gleam this time? That is a decision that was made far above our heads. It is above our pay grade. Because reasons. The case, hey daddy, you can actually get all sorts of different cases decorated. We've got many different designs, and but this one is specific for our giveaway. So you definitely want to try and get that giveaway going. All right. And the one thing that I will say we maybe with an i5 is the i5 is going to be really well matched with what's coming up next. And that has ended up being our RAM. We'll talk about that in a second.
Sweet.
Sorry, I was just up here. Chat, by the way, if you have any questions, please feel free to jump on in. We would love to answer. Okay.
Here we go.
Thank you, Jason.
Yay.
I'm sorry. I dropped the fan.
Jason's saving the day in the
He
background.
is. Yeah. Jason is the
Reciprocal
unsung
likes.
hero of the show.
I like the new Gleam form. I do too. I mean, it sends it to our homepage, so it's a landing page there on the cflexgaming.com site. So it's really easy. You can enter, then you can build your own PC. It's super fun. Now, speaking of super fun, trying to open plastic packages with rubber gloves on. So instead, we're just gonna. There we go. Super simple, super easy. Now, to match with this i5, 14th gen i5, we've got two amazing sticks. These are two 16 gig sticks of ADATA, DDR5 6000, total of 32 gigs. And honestly, this is the fastest memory we carry, and it's incredible. It's by our friends over at XPG, also known as ADATA. Huge shout out to them for partnering with us on this. I like it.
Yeah, really great performing RAM. We've been using XPG for a while now. I think we really started picking it up when it was DDR4. It's just been really great performing RAM. They got a whole bunch of different colors and options for your builds.
Yep. As for our operating system, we're going to be shoving in there a 1 terabyte ADATA Legend. It's a 700 gold M.2 NVMe SSD. So it just plugs right in like that. And it still has its own heat spreader, which is great. Yeah, Codsworth, I'm not sure about how that all works. Please don't make me count. I hear ya. Alrighty. Getting that all screwed in and back on the plate. I'm interested to see how this RGB works on this, because that is going to be kind of gorgeous.
Get that on the roof, put those in the reverse.
Oh, got it. Just saw that, Ivory. There we go. Okay, now we're doing the Halo fans. Now, here's something interesting about the Halo fans. Of all the different fans we've got, this is the one I think that surprised me the most. Because the fan itself does not actually light up. It's the ring on top that does. And these rings really actually light up so much of the fan blades. It's wild.
Yeah, well, I was a little skeptical of these when we first got them as well, but these look great. We've used these in quite a few builds on the show before, and they just look awesome.
Yeah, they're good. They are good. Uh-oh. Royalties? I do not know. Because Nicole controls the codes. Aha. All right, getting these all locked in there onto our AIO. And this is a 360 AIO, and what is that number determined by?
So that is the size of the radiator. So it's a 360 because we can fit 3 120 millimeter fans on it. That's what Zach's screwing down right now. Typically, AIOs are going to come in either a 120, a 240, or a 360 for their size. They do make some AIOs that are 140s, 280s, and so on, but those are a little bit less common.
And then periodically, I've seen some. The 360, I guess it would be a 480. I have seen a 480 before, which I was baffled by. I wonder if there would ever be a reason to use like a 480 on the back side of the NB9 or MB7.
They can only take as long as the hoses are long enough. In theory, there's lots of things you can do in theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alrighty. Here we go. Now, the MB5 has been something we've been really having a blast with lately, building a lot of different things. This is like a 3/4 build again. So the board doesn't sit completely on the back. There's space back there for your cable management. It is nice. You've also got a separated shroud for the power supply unit, so that you've got that separation of heat. You're not worried about the PSU heating up the inside. Paul, why is that important?
Yeah, so anytime you can just reduce the amount of heat that's inside your case, that's obviously a good thing. And that's what this is right here. This is that PSU shroud. So our power supply will go underneath this, and it will pull fresh air in from the bottom of the case and throw it out the back. So none of it goes into that main portion of it.
Nice. And Hawaiian Penguin over there on the green side. Hello, hello, hello. Quackalators in the house. Yeah. Okay. As for your questions regarding the giveaway, I do not have answers to those. But we'll get there soon. We shall get there soon. Okay. Now we're getting this all locked in onto the case. We sometimes talk about this, but just in case there is people who are confused, Paul, let's walk through what standoffs are and how you can identify which hole on the board is designed for a standoff.
Yeah, so what standoffs are is what Zach is actually putting the screws into right now. And what they do is allow the motherboard to sit on top of the back of the case. That way it's not touching the back and shorting out our motherboard at all. You definitely want to make sure that you've got a screw in each standoff, and you don't want to have a standoff in a spot where you don't have a screw hole, because that's metal touching your board and could cause the shorting. So what you're looking for in your motherboard to see where your mounting screws go is any of those open circles that have like shiny silver solder lands around them. They're pretty easy to tell if you've got the board in front of you.
Yeah. Nice. There. Zamard is over here on the green side. Half Cripples, I believe, has a Crippies. Crepes. Half a crepe.
You love crepes.
Jeez. Oh, is it good? Let me go ahead and ask the guys then. Gentlemen, we do have a question up here, which is going to be great here. Is an AMD Ryzen 7 7800X 3D with 32 gigs of DDR5 4800, 4 terabytes of... It says 4 terabytes of memory. I'm going to assume that means...
750.
I'm not sure how you would have 4 terabytes of memory, but okay. The GeForce 4070 and 2 terabyte Patriot M.2, is that a decent build?
Yeah, that's a solid build right there. It's going to be able to play all the recent games and all that good stuff. If you wanted to go a little bit above and beyond, you go up to a 4080 from there. Or a 4070 Super, 4070 Ti Super, something like that. But yeah, that's a solid configuration right there.
Agreed. Okay. You said Ivory is awesome. Ivory, you've got a fan over there, okay? Oh, yeah.
That's just Ivory's second account, you know?
So. Truly Meaningless. Hi, what's up? There are multiple different places and ways that you can get codes. Some of them will appear. You can always get them in stream on our streams here for CLX Gaming. On Tuesdays, you'll get those over on the Kick side. On Thursdays, you'll get them here on the Twitch side. You can also get them on my streams, which will happen 4 to 5 times a week. You can also find them on our social media. That is YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads at CLX Gaming. You might even find them in our Discord at discord.gg/CLX Gaming. Just throw these commands in there for a second. I do like the fact that my voice is slowly coming back. Ish.
That's good. Be back.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. It has gotten a lot better.
Yeah. All right, now we're getting our fans in there and everything put together.
Okay, let's just do it, because I did that wrong.
Okay. Now, what is it that makes it different? How is it different connecting these as opposed to connecting other fans?
So these fans have a shorter fan cable on them. You can see this is it right here. Typically they're a lot longer, but what these do is they have a male and female end, so you can daisy chain them together when they're next to each other and then plug them in that way. If you need to use a fan extension, you can on these. Typically, you won't have to, though, because you can kind of mount them in a way where this ends up next to a fan header. And then for our RGB part, the halo that goes on top, since this is a Fantex case, this will just plug right into our RGB for our case, and everything will be synced up all nice.
Nice. Emo Ninja over on the kick side says, I visited CLX Gaming for the entry, but it's not registering it. And refreshing the page doesn't fix it. I would imagine try logging out, logging back in. Maybe it's similar to surfing that way. So, yeah.
Gotta grab a handful of fan screws. Start on some of these.
Good ones on the top.
Cool.
Now, one interesting thing that you can see here about this case is the angle of where the power supply unit goes. That shroud is actually angled, so you've got a better airflow underneath there. Main guy with the subscription over on Kick, thank you so much. That is awesome.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, we know what color it is. I mean, depending. It all depends. I know mine are colored. You want your Nicole +1? Yeah, it was too late, so we just decided to change it up. No. See what happens. Okay. Now, one thing to point out right here that you can see, which is great, is Fantex has been rock solid on this with all of their cases. You can see the Velcro straps there. Those are going to be helpful for multiple things, but mostly they're helpful for cable management. Zach, as our cable management guy, how do you use those and why are they helpful?
Yes, they help guide the cables exactly where you want them to be set. So like if we're taking a cable from the back of the case going into the front of the case, we can have it lined up and Velcroed down exactly where we need it because they have this nice little plastic rib with a Velcro strap that goes over the top of it. That just makes it a lot easier to manage and maintain all of your cables a lot easier.
Nice. Awesome. Getting that all put in there. And of course, if you have questions about your build or a build that you got, please let us know. I would like to point out that our friend Half Crips says that that build is what they built on the website and they ordered it. And they're excited to get it.
Oh,
so that's awesome. That's one of our builds. So one of these guys probably builds it. Yeah, as for I have no idea with regard to TikTok. I got tired of that website. So Emo Ninja, I am not sure what the response is to that. That might be something you have to address with the folks over at Gleam. So let's talk about this. So One Dash over on the green side asks, are these PC specs good in my computer? An RTX 4070, a Core i7 13700KF with a 240 AIO, let's see here, 32 gigs of DDR5 and an 850 watt power plug-in with a 1 terabyte M.2. That sounds great to me, Paul.
Yeah, that's a solid configuration right there. I think it's good that you went with the 240 AIO. Sometimes the 120s just don't cool an i7 as well as I feel like they should. So yeah, I think that's a good config that you got there.
Yeah. Yeah, the Give Horus thing is over, but guys. Blessed be Ivory, the deliverer of the codes. So here we go. Try BLU1SF2. That's 1 San Francisco 2. BLU, bringing large underwear, or just blue without any. Now we're watching him get all that taken care of back there.
Big brain
That
move
was
and non-plug that in so the fans will look like the case, at least for the stream. So, you down.
Contra asks, are we only able to use one blue, pink, or red code for the giveaway in total? I am not sure. Oh yeah, when I had the swelling in the hospital, my laugh was just awful. Yeah, I'm not sure to answer those, but yeah. Hopefully you'll be able to use all the clothes that you find. That would be great. Okay, we're flipping that around. Oh man, I'm excited to hear how that board performs when it comes to the lightning ports on the back and the Type A. That's the first time I've seen Type A lightning. I'm wondering how big, like it says they're 10 gigs. They're 10 gig data throughput. So, yeah. Cosworth says, until I win, I'm looking into getting my 9th gen Intel board repaired, as my only other option is an i7 2600K. Yes. Because that sounds painful. Let's see. What do you all have options on monitors looking for 27-inch, 240 hertz? We do actually offer monitors in the accessory peripherals area.
Yeah, we've got a few options that meet those specs. I think probably the most popular one is the MSI Optics. We sell those. There's a few different models. They've got a 24, 27, and a 32. And I believe you can get them in curved as well if that's your thing.
Whoa, man.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to have to upgrade this monitor because it's just finally reaching its end. Zombard says, DJ BPD, my PC suddenly shut down while I was watching a video on YouTube. What could it be? The power supply is working on our other PC, but apparently my PC is not receiving power. Oh.
Typically on just like a random shutdown like that, it's usually an overheating issue. Could obviously be, you know, other things. That would be the first thing I would look at. Make sure things are getting too hot. Yeah, that's it. Should, if it's overheating, it should shut itself off before you smell anything that's burning. But that doesn't mean that that's exactly what the issue is. Could be a few different things. It's really hard to troubleshoot. But if you got any more details, that'll help us out as well. If you maybe had a hardware monitor up or something showing you temps to rule that out, we could go from there.
20's Contra actually asks a great question here. Is there still a kind of suboptimal performance that comes from mixing and matching parts like the motherboard and GPU from different companies?
No, there really isn't that issue anymore. You can go with a MSI board and an Asus card or something like that, and they should all work just fine together.
I remember that used to be a thing, though. It used to be a thing.
I never ran into any issues with it, but I have heard of it before, so it's not a uncommon thing. I ran 4 different brands of GPUs in the same system, and they all work together.
Let's see here. You guys are saying Kick died. I'm actually watching it live right now. It seems fine. Let's see. You've been looking at an Acer Predator. Any pros or cons?
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid monitor as well. I think, you know, going between that or an MSI or something like that, you're really going to see very similar, if not the same quality there.
Scar wants to know how long you guys been building PCs for.
What year is it? 2024?
The year was 2024. They started crafting PCs in the time before.
15, 16 years, something like that. I think my first one was in 09, so yeah.
Gotta love those battlefield moments.
Yeah.
One of these guys.
It's the old, a lot has changed, but a lot's still the same. Does this plug fit in this plug? Yes, plug it in. Does it not? Don't plug it in.
All right, Ivory's going to test something, people. Ivory's going to test something. So put in a code in the chat. It is BLUE, BLU-FHFA. Furry horse, furry animal. FHFA, that's Foxtrot Hotel, Foxtrot Alpha. That case, I love how you open and get to parts in it. Yeah, it's a great case. But then again, it's also Fantex. Fantex doesn't really mess around. Well, somehow looks like Ivory fixed stuff. Good job. Complete this action 2 times under 200 X-rays. Nice.
Okay, those plugged in there. That's plugged into that.
Got it. Okay.
This.
Nicole fixed it. Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole to the rescue.
Yes, because I plugged that one into there, so I will need...
Now, the one thing to say, undoubtedly, that is one of the most meticulous parts of putting a piece together is the cable management. Paul or Zach, either way, what are some best practices when it comes to making sure you've got things connected properly and that you understand where you've connected things?
So really, I think the biggest thing that I can say is how we do cable management here. You can see Zach's already got a whole bunch of this already cable managed.
Yeah.
So our case cables are already plugged in. He's plugging in the fans right now and figuring those out. So all that's going to be managed before we even have our power supply in and start dealing with those cables. So just breaking it down into little chunks like that is really helpful. Cable management can be pretty overwhelming. So I really like doing it this way as opposed to installing all your components. Then you just got case cables, fan cables, power supply cables, and everything, having to figure all that out.
Nice.
Which I'll go ahead and get the power supply out now. We can get that a little prepped.
Non-mod. Yes.
Interesting. Everybody's pages look different.
Okay. Then I should be able to tie up these once I get this.
You use these riptide boards quite a bit.
A little bit.
On the beds? Yeah. I feel like it's like spikes and it comes down and then spikes and comes down a little
We
bit.
got dual CPUs.
Dual CPUs, okay.
That 60 should just be a 8.
Yeah, I bet I think it's a single 8 if I remember
it's
right
just
the last time we did. We'll get that opened here in just a minute.
Let's go straight
Gotcha.
down.
And
with this
I did want to answer a question that I got whispered because I got asked and what I'm trying to figure out. But this case is actually available. It's a limited edition. The MP5 is available on our webpage for our under Horus. So yeah, nice. DJ, did one of you paint the case? No, I believe that is printed.
Yeah, this is a custom print. So this case gets designed by our designers, which is usually Kyle. Sometimes you have some input from some other people as well. But then we get it all calibrated, and it takes a few test runs, usually a couple times, to get everything lined up and all the colors right and all that. But yeah.
And to answer Happy Panda 79, today's codes are going to be given out over on the Twitch channel. Is it possible that the motherboard has been damaged by static energy? If so, is there a way to fix it? Oh, yeah, this is Zombard with it's not getting power, but the power supply is working.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, once a motherboard's shorted out, since it can take just such a small amount of electricity to really fry some components, it's very hard to pinpoint from looking at it where it got shorted out at. Now, if you heard it pop or saw a puff of smoke or anything like that, like what sometimes happens, then it's a little bit easier. You can see that burned component and kind of use your nose to figure out where the smell's coming from. But it's very hard to tell if there's nothing physical that's pointing you that way and if it's just dead. So typically, you want to start the replacement process on that.
And all that plugged into there. So now
Let's believe it. I'm not sure how to. That is definitely a Twitch problem. Can you get a custom watercooled case painted by one of you? Wow. Guys, do you paint things?
Yeah, well, so me and Zach don't do the painting here. You probably wouldn't want it if me and Zach were painting it unless you wanted to.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess I should just speak for myself, huh?
I can shake a rattle can pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah, you can definitely get an open loop system, custom painted. Dave is our painter here. He's just extremely talented. He used to custom paint motorcycles, and now he's doing computer cases. So he has a ton of good work. And if you've got a design, that you want on there, you can reach out to us, and we can work with you about getting that done.
And of course, the clear coat that they put over the top of it is really what seals it in. It makes it look gorgeous.
Yeah, we use all automotive paints just because the quality of that is extremely high. And then also multiple layers of automotive clear coat as well to give it a really good finish, and it protects the paint as well.
And Temperance says, hey Zach, if I asked you to paint a case for me, what colors would you pick?
We've got neon orange in the back. We got neon green in the back. We got so many cool colors. But I personally would give it to Dave and have him do a space case. I don't think there's anything that we come out with that's prettier than a space case.
Yeah, all those are custom hand done. No one is the same. So if you get a custom space case, you know, yours is going to be completely unique. Yeah, one of one.
And yes, Dave is a Trekkie, and he paints an Enterprise somewhere on your case, and you have to find it.
That's so awesome.
It's a little Easter egg.
Yeah. My favorite one was it was blowing through, like it hyperdrove through a planet, and the planet was exploded. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And then with those as well, I try to work with Dave. If the customer got a green cable mod kit, I will say, hey, our client has green as their priority, and then he'll make the planets whatever color they pick, if it's red or orange or yellow or green, and he kind of hones it in to where it all fits a good, cool theme.
Have a good one, Necro. I know Necro Riser on the green side was here on lunch break. Glad to see him again.
Bye-bye, Necro. Good to see you. All right, so I think we've got our power supply as prepped as I can, so we'll go to our video card next. Sorry, Zach.
No,
it's all yours if you want it. I got some screws here for it, too, if you want them.
Scar
Love this video card.
Scar asks, please put some extra CPU paste on for my new PC build.
Some extra.
A little extra thermal paste just for poops and giggles. Okay, now let's talk about our graphics card, because this is really cool. This is actually an NVIDIA RTX 4060, but it's a Gaming X edition. I don't know that we've done. No, it's MSI. That's what it is.
Dude,
because it's
have I never opened one of these?
I'm not sure. We did one
I don't
on the
think
show.
I've opened one of these. I've never done that.
It's like a FedEx package. You got
What?
these pull tabs.
Whoop.
Well, it's ultra sealed, man. You know if somebody's been in it.
That's right. Oh, and another one.
Man, I feel like we're opening up a collector's edition video game or something like that.
Right?
Right.
Oh, that sounded
It's like
good
the
coming
Mass
through
Effect.
on the mic.
Yeah. Pretty satisfying clicks. I love this.
Oh, gorgeous. Look at that.
We'll get this plastic
All right,
off
we need
here so
MSI
y'all
to
better
create a
look
case. I want this color.
at it. Right.
Getting all that plastic off, which is gorgeous.
Blue and green. This is my favorite color combo for computers, Paul.
This is great.
Right? Anything they make lights up so good, I agree. Everybody's like wanting to see this thing lit up. We're going to get there. Get there fairly soon. Now, this is a 2 fan. So, Paul, tell me a little bit about this this graphics card.
Yes, this is obviously RTX 4060. This is the 8GB card. Really good size here. We won't need an anti-sag bracket for it. The weight isn't anything crazy.
Yay.
I love the look of this. Single 8-pin, which I love. We've got 3 display ports and 2 HDMI for our video outs. And give it to Zach. I think he's throwing it in right now.
In need of temperance says, look, my favorite color is green, people. You know. Next month, the same card and case, cables to match. Neon green or neon lime, my favorite colors too. Excellent.
I like the Hemi, the old 70s Hemi green.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Muscle car green. Oh.
Let's see here. The Beacon Mix Create and the Beacon Mic, yes. That is out there. We partnered with them. They're going to be getting one of those, and those things are amazing.
Check
you
it
can
out.
control so many different elements of your stream doing that, and that, for many different reasons, is great. If you want to have it Your stream output is fine, great, but you want your game audio a little louder? You can tune specifically how the game audio comes into your headphones so it doesn't affect how it goes into your stream. The Beacon the Beacon mic is awesome because it's actually a USB based, okay, USB based dynamic microphone as opposed to a compressor. So, and that means it's what gives you these deep sounds. But you have to be, close to you have to be, near to the mic for it to pick up. But that's nice because it doesn't pick up your fans in the background. It doesn't pick up all the other dogs barking. My dogs sometimes, because they're loud and gigantic. But yeah.
Clacking keys if you have mechanical keyboard.
Oh yeah. To answer your question, we're putting a 4060 in there. That is that beautiful little green card, little 2 fan. Now, as far as power supply units, we've got to power this thing up, so let's talk about that. This is a 750-watt Game DS Kratos M1. It is an 80-plus bronze. What kind of a power supply is this?
So this is a non-modular, so you can see what Zach's doing right here is figuring out the cables that we're going to use, and the rest he's bundling before we even put it in there. That way they'll sit nice in front of this power supply. We've got a lot of room in this case in front of the power supply to have extra cables, so it's a pretty good fit for this.
Nice. Need rebounds. What was the red code? I have to scroll back up to see where to go. I don't believe we had one yet, maybe. Possible. I know that hello, another DM.
Appreciate that
Yeah,
one, Dash.
No splash prints. That's not to my knowledge, at least. Now we will be doing more of the power source. This is a Game DS Kratos M1. So yeah, we've had one bad and 2 moves so far. Need rebounds. And those are all been over on the Twitch side, so. Now, given the fact there's 3 different types of power supplies, let's talk about that.
Yeah, so you've got non-modular, like what we're using here, where the cables are pre-soldered in. Then you've got semi-modular, where some of the cables are soldered in and some of them are outside. And then you've got fully modular, where none of the cables are soldered in, and there's actual plugs on the power supply that you plug the cables into as you need. Now, we typically like going with modular power supplies here, just make sure life a little bit easier on cable management and tie-up. That being said, a good way to save some money on your build without sacrificing performance is going with a non-modular. So you can get, a 750 watt 80 plus bronze, and fully modular or non-modular, you get the same performance, but a non-modular can save you a few bucks. So I always recommend when people are trying to save money on their builds, that's an area where you can do without sacrificing any performance.
There we go. The question was, what was the red code? It was red-YRMM. Yo, really? Matchmaking. Wait, was that a troll? Did you just troll people, Ivory? That was a troll. Dang it. And, oh, wait, maybe it wasn't. Conster got it. Oh. All right, now we're getting these all in through here. One of the nice things about this is the color-coded grommets. Because that is a real code. It's not a troll. Now, this is only going to require an 8-pin, is that correct?
Yep, a single 8-pin for this video card. So that's what Zach has just ran through the other case. That's what he's working on right now. And now typically these 8 pins, cables that come out of the power supply are going to have 2 connectors on them. So when you don't need one, you just zip tie the bundle up, make it look nice and neat, and plug in the single 8. There we go.
Nice. So Half Crips or Stripes put in, it says, I put in an 850 watt Game DS Helios P2. It's an 80 plus cold. In that build that you got from us. Nice, dude. Nice. That's a good power supply.
Yeah, it's a solid power supply. We actually kind of just got those in not too long ago. So we got that new 850 and then also 1,000 watt as well.
Watto Storm over here with the caps lock. Yes, Rick, we did. It is red, YRMM. Yellow, Romeo, Michael. One Dash says, I like how you guys don't just build overkill PCs. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take Skynet to run a game. I mean, if you're doing a lot of stuff on there, sure. But, yeah. It doesn't work for most? I have no idea why. Okay. Dang. Well, it's our first time here. We'll definitely get it worked out. Get the things worked out. Dang. Alrighty. Now, as far as fans go on this case, we're going to have 4 intake fans. We've got the 3 on the rear, plus the 1 on the bottom next to the power supply unit shroud. And then we've got our 3 exhausts on the top and then 1 on the back. So this is a fairly even flow on this build.
Yeah, so fairly balanced as far as pressure in the system goes. It will be slightly leaning towards the positive side since we have the resistance of the radiator on the exhaust side, but very close to balance.
Oh, it's a name for your mom? Got it. Pop Funkos, we give them out throughout the show. Like today, I'll be giving out 1 on my stream, which will be fun. But we're playing word codes. It'll once again be a word game. So, red code definitely not working in South Africa. Thank you for that, DJW. Also, hi, hello in South Africa. How's it going? South Africa is someplace I've always really wanted to go to.
That worked out a lot better than I thought.
DJ's word games hurt my brain. I've already built it. Have they already built a Flora PC, or did they show it already? This is what we're building right now.
The first one right here.
Yep, and it's gorgeous. The panels are incredible.
Check it out.
Scar, you're also in South Africa. Awesome. Welcome. Look at that. God, that's gorgeous.
It is.
It reminds me of all the flora and fauna that are in the latest Destiny raid.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yo, Sean's in the house. There's Tech Sean. What's going on? What's going on? It is an NV5, Sean. I just saw the question. My bad. Yes, that is an NV5. So, love it. You don't have lions in your backyard. Well, that's good. Please check your red code again. All right, people, check your red codes again.
There we go. And last.
There we go. YRMM.
Okay.
So, there we go. There we go.
Look at that.
Look at that.
God, I dig it.
Looks so good.
That's gonna be killer. What a great way to enter, the nearing beginning of spring. The code once again was red-YRMM. Red-yellow Romeo Michael. Doot. Nicole's over here just putting out fires right and left, just on top of it. I love it. I feel like that. All right, sounds good, Rick. Rick Diantino. Hello. Welcome in. Phillips branded AIO in white. Ooh, do we? I think we. Do we have the CLX in white? The quench?
I don't believe we have the quench in right yet, but stay tuned. All right. I think we are about ready to start putting these panels on. These beautiful, beautiful.
So, which means it's time for me to show you how you can actually get your hands on this case and more. Let's head on over to our website at clxgaming.com. We try and make it as simple as possible for you to get the PC of your dreams and build it to meet your needs. And that includes a Horus build with that beautiful case that we see right there. Now, our configurator lets you choose everything you want, from overclocking to thermal paste upgrades, graphics cards, memory, accessories, you name it, you got it. And it's great because you don't have to be a professional to end up doing it correctly. In the event that you choose two things that aren't quite right, that little green button up top where it says add to cart is going to turn to yellow, and it's going to say solve conflict. I like using this analogy because it's really easy for us to showcase. In the event that you choose, say, a DDR4 motherboard, but a DDR5 RAM, the system is going to tell you, all right, you can either choose one of these DDR5 motherboards, or you can choose one of these DDR4 RAMs. Once you fix the conflict, it goes from yellow back to green, and you are good to go, and it heads on back over to testing where they make sure everything is going to flow perfectly. On top of that, we also have accessories, peripherals, like we are giving away this month. It's a Beacon Mix Create with a Beacon mic. We've got t-shirts, these amazing windbreakers. If you need routers, speakers, monitors, gaming headsets, controllers, mice, keyboards, we've pretty much got it all. You can even get a gaming chair if you want. So with that being said, you don't have to go through the configurator if it's just not your thing. We also have dozens of ready-to-ship models that are looking for a home, and they have been tested, prepped, and ready to go, and who knows? That home might just be yours. So for all of your future computer and gaming needs, head on over to clxgaming.com and see what we can do for you today. That was my commercial. All right. Pink code has not been given yet.
I like that.
Nicole has the +1 codes.
That looks so good.
Let's see here. Baseden asks, what PC would you recommend with a budget of around $1,000, gentlemen?
Budget of around $1,000, so that'll probably be on the lower end. You could go with a APU, like a Ryzen something G. That way you get a little bit of onboard graphics, and you get at least 16 gigs of memory, good amount, 1 or 2 terabytes of storage, and a solid case and motherboard for that. So that's probably what I would start with, and then that leaves you room to upgrade to something with a video card a little bit later, where you could just buy the video card and slap it in there.
And there are a lot of really great builds that are under $1,000 on our site, with a lot of different options. I would say for your cost, you're probably going to be safer going with an AMD and Radeon build. You'll get more bang for your buck in that situation.
Excited to see this thing
I'm also loving that the green on the graphics card, it highlights and matches. It brings out the green in the design. That's so cool.
I did ask because it does look kind of like it's glow in the dark green. I believe the response that I got back was, we're working on getting that ink. So.
Oh, nice. What?
Yes.
All right, well, let's go ahead and check this out. Here we go. This is your April giveaway with CLX and our friends at Beacon. Are you ready? Holy crud.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And again, the Halo fans, like we were talking about, those Halo fans light up so well. And it's just that little ring. But they give great different designs and fluctuations in the way that they move, which is fantastic. So once again, let's go back through what is in this amazing PC from CLX Gaming for your giveaway this month. This, of course, is the brand new limited edition Flora. It is a Horus build. It's got an Intel Core i5-14600K processor mounted on an ASRock Z790 PG Riptide ATX motherboard. It has 32 gigs of DDR5 6000 RAM, and of course that beautiful little 4060 gaming RTX graphics card. The operating system is going to be on a 1 terabyte A-Data Legend 700 Gold M.2. Our CPU is going to be cooled by a CLX Quench 360 closed liquid cooler, along with 8 Game Aeolus M2 ARGB fans, and it's all being powered by a 750 watt Game Kratos M1 80 Plus bronze RGB power supply. So that is our this is what somebody's gonna win this.
Go for it.
I'm so excited. This is gonna be rocking. Oh wow, the color. I'm loving all the color schemes. This is so amazing, so amazing. All right, so today's show is gonna be happening in 2 parts, as usual. So we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, you're gonna get to spend the afternoon with Zach, as Zach is continuing to be a master builder and build you some more cool stuff. Now,
Yeah, it's cool.
Twice a week. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 Eastern. On Tuesdays, you can find codes on our Kick side, and that is kick.com/CLXgaming. On Thursdays, you can find codes here on the Twitch side, and it's twitch.tv/CLXGamingTV. You can also find codes that might be released periodically on our socials. That is YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads, CLX Gaming. You might even find them inside of our amazing Discord, where we have like-minded PC enthusiasts and gamers to hang out with, and that is discord.gg/CLXGaming. The other place you can find them is on my streams, and I'll be giving one out later on today, which will be a lot of fun, so long as you can figure the code out. So with that being said, congratulations on building this, guys, and a huge shout out and thank you to all of our partners for helping us with what we have put into this giveaway. Of course, to find out more, !GiveFlora. On behalf of Jason and Kyle in production, Zach and Paul, I'm DJ Blue PDX. Don't go away. We've got more coming up in just a few. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.